Have you had anything 3D printed yet? Perhaps some spare part. I've had a little holder for my phone, my iPhone, to sit in, and more importantly, I had a part for my car that was, we lost a cap for the radio, or for the water, for the wipers, and it was difficult and expensive to try and replace it. But fortunately, we have a 3D printer and we got it printed. So it's very useful in that situation. So today we're talking about all things 3D printing, and I'm John Harrison, and this is another episode of Exponential Radio. And there are various issues that we need to just point out. A lot of people aren't familiar with 3D printing, and there have been some limitations, should we say, to 3D printing, although there's some massive advantage, and there's certain things that we haven't yet discovered. 3D look in construction. So believe it or not, affordable housing may well start to take shape through 3D printing. These are large printers on rails, and in China they've printed a whole house, basically put it up in less than 24 hours. So the 3D printing has got potential for producing and construction, and it uses less materials. Importantly, it's faster, obviously, which works out the profitability, and it could also be done in a modular. So it can be done off-site, printed modularly, and then taken out on site. So these are in testing phases. And, certain countries are further ahead than others, but it's going to take more and more prevalence in our daily environment, as we'll discuss now in the next few steps. The other thing is when we talk about additive manufacturing. So this is in design, and they call it additive manufacturing now, where you're looking at complex structures that they can create geometries within 3D. They have new software coming out, and of course AI is going to play a very big role here as well. So it's lightweight, and it's become very strong and very useful for the aerospace industry. So that is definitely a place that has been looked at. It will start to become all invasive. Another exciting thing will be mixed materials, where you can utilize more than one material on a printer, where you can actually go into different materials, which will also be very interesting to see those outcomes. Next point I'll bring up is bioprinting. So these are some things that are being utilized now with 3D printing, but there will be more as more and more uses are found. But bioprinting is very interesting because waiting for, the availability of a transplant, a lot of people are passing without having a transplant, and obviously it's because matching donors are limited, and there's a lot of people needing this kind of surgery. Well, they've got a thing called BioInk, and it's made out of your own cells, and they can actually use it in the production of printing certain parts for the body. It has become very, very sophisticated, and more parts are being printed, body parts. It's also being utilized in drug discovery and vascularization with blood and tissue and so forth. So these are really important as far as the health industry is concerned, and I'm pretty sure we'll see more and more of that as our life expectancy goes out. I'm pretty sure you're going to need part replacement, and this will be one of the ways of doing it. Intellectual property. So this is a big issue because you get a file. So you'll get a digital file to your printer, and obviously you can print, and that may well be originally created by somebody else. How far down the road, we don't know, because these can be to cover globally, cover big distances. So piracy could become a real problem. There'll be more than likely printers in all households. So that's something to think about. You'll be replacing your cups, saucers, and so forth with a printer. So the original works of authority will be an issue, and they're looking at the process of where they can try and get legislation in to try and protect these things, and you can have the original creator, the digitized file, and it actually printed. So that's a part of the chain. So they're looking at creating platforms similar to the way they do other industries online, and then looking to the music industry being the main one, and looking to have files that are legally recognized. Next issue we'd like to talk about is the environment, because this is obviously very in vogue. And here it's important because it can actually cut energy, cut waste, and obviously reduce emissions. So it is very useful in that regard. Most kind of manufacturing along these lines would take place where you have a block of material and it's chipped away, it's reduced into the shape that you want, which obviously has a lot of wastage. In the 3D printing, it can be very lightweight because it's layered, and obviously there's only like a 10% wastage compared to some of the other manufacturing processes. And as I mentioned, aircraft is very important because then again it uses less fuel, having lighter parts, being lighter and more efficient. Flexible manufacturing is our next point we'd like to chat about, and customized production. So 3D printing is not really, so you understand, built for massive runs. That can be done on our normal systems, and they've got scale of economy, so they can reduce their pricing on scale of economy, but it's very expensive to produce a small run. This is where 3D printing is very powerful, and it obviously decreases the time from ideation to actual printing and to market hugely, which makes it more profitable. You can do it locally. You can have localized and machines in different areas. There are shops set up now that have all the types of printers that you can go to, and people will start to get their own printers. For example, the motor industry, vehicle parts, they're looking at replacing certain parts that they don't have a great need for to hold massive line of production. Those can be 3D printed. It's starting to happen, and customized apparel is another thing that's starting to look at. We're having one-offs and unique, but I do say there is a need for parts. If you have something that you can't get a part and something's not working because of that, throughout your household, it's very useful if you can go with the broken part and get it 3D printed. Last but not least is 3D printing in space. Hopefully we're going to become star people. Some people don't want to travel, but others do. So parts in space is obviously critical. In the space station, they are actually producing, they have 3D printers there, they can produce certain parts up there. Obviously, if you start to colonize Moon, Mars, wherever, it's going to be very useful if we can produce certain things, tools, etc. on site. I'm assuming Mars, I'm not an expert, is red, it has iron. So if they can produce mining material or machinery through tooling through the 3D, and then they can start to get more iron, they can produce, or if they obviously assuming that they can utilize iron within the 3D process, which I'm pretty sure they'll be onto, then they can start to manufacture through mining and etc. They can start to build their society. So 3D is going to be very critical. So it's manufacturing in space. And at the moment, they're doing it on the space station from Earth. So they'll send a file up and it'll get 3D printed there. But I can see the autonomy ever increasing. Anyway, that's a little bit about 3D printing, some of the exciting things and some things you can think about. And as usual, you can go and get back issues at JohnArthurHarris@blogspot.com. Until next time, keep well and we'll see you again.